Yeah, I do not consider myself a part of the manosphere at all. In fact, I'm one of those who gets a lot of hate from the black manosphere. Now, not from the white manosphere, but there's never been any issue there. I've talked to people in the manosphere over there in the white manosphere. Usually, how it works with the white manosphere, it's kind of like basically those people want something, and I'm just like, oh, you want this type of woman, kind of thing. Good luck in finding her. Like, maybe try to talk to them about, how that can work for them and things like that. Usually if they're red pillars, they like that type of girl that's like more of like a um, sugar baby type, basically, that'll use them for their money, basically, and I'm not that type, I'm not that type of person, so it's not like I have any hate or issue with them. It's just kind of like, um, they want something like that, and there's no hard feelings in that regard. I mean, why would I have any issues with that? I think a lot of the different things with the manosphere for me don't affect me because I don't get upset when people don't want to be with a certain characteristic I may have, I guess. Like, say, if I don't want to be a sugar baby, for example, or I'm not into old men or something, or I'm not into men who are very dominant, or other things, just different things, you know what I mean? So, to me, that's just generally how it is for the manosphere, the white manosphere. I don't have an issue with them. I don't come from that sector either, though. It's not, like that. I watch some of their content, especially Red Pill. Red Pill, to me, I just find it a little amusing, sometimes humor, and sometimes a little funny because they have like these ideas that, oh, all women want this, or all women want money, all women want security or some provider or something like that. I'm not that type. I never looked at a man that way. It might have to do with my background growing up, but I just never looked at men that way. Um, so, I mean, like, with the manosphere, white manosphere, I don't come from that sector, but I don't have any issue with the white manosphere at all. Now, the black manosphere, they usually have an issue with me. I don't really care what they do over there. That's how it really is. I do not have any, like, affiliation with them at all. At best, we can coexist. At worst, they're usually just really having a fit and getting angry at me for one reason or another. One, because, I'm a strong supporter of many divested channels, and I will defend many divested channels. But the thing is, with the black manosphere, many of the time, their issue and their fits are basically off of people preferring other races, basically. That's what it comes down to. It's got nothing to do with if you attack them, if you don't, or anything of that nature. They just don't like that, they're not preferred. It's that syndrome, basically, that I was talking about previously, where, like, if someone will not be interested in dating your type of person, whether it's being a sugar baby or the fact that you're a black man or it's the fact that you look like a woman or whatever, they get upset because they're not the target and the person doesn't want them, basically. Um, I just don't react that way towards really anyone. Like, people have their type when they date, and people have their type. How are you going to be mad because someone doesn't want to date you? Especially someone over the net that you never are going to meet, isn't in your area, and was not a potential in the first place. You know what I mean? It's just weird to me. You know what I mean? So, yeah, as far as the manosphere, I am not someone who's from the manosphere at all. Where my origin of my channel comes from is actually Crystal Swirl's side of YouTube. Literally, I watched her channel very often for like I think like 6 months. Well, it was like January until April. I regularly watched her channel, actually, now that I think of it. It's like 3 months. And then through, I would say, between April, May, June, I think I was regularly watching her, but I was watching other channels too. But yeah, in the early part of the pandemic, January to April 2020, that's where I started my channel, and I guess you could say I restarted my channel. But yeah, I started my channel basically off of Crystal Swirls, which was a divested channel. And I still watch Crystal Swirls now. I just recently was watching her this morning. And I'm probably going to make a video on that in regards to her and Real Talk with Yanni. But my point is, yeah, for me, I come from, I guess, that sector. She's more of the, I guess, divested sector, so to speak. What really interested me in her channel was sexual harassment, basically. You have to understand, right during the pandemic was a very good time for me to find her content very appealing in that regard, because before the pandemic, it was very problematic in the city for me, because a lot of black men would harass me, basically, and it would get violent sometimes. I've had to make 3 police reports a year. As I have said in the past, I've had to make 3 police reports for harassment every year while being in the city. And so, to me, that's a major reason why, for me, I've found more of what she says as an appeal when she's talking about how, like, the harassment is, how, you're just trying to, mind your own business and people are just bothering you and things of that nature. It can get really dangerous. They could get really angry really quickly, and, it can get very violent, Those are just basically reasons why I wanted to actually make a channel, because of, the frustration and the anger and the issues you get from those situations of the harassment, and feeling like there's a niche really in a sector where you can actually speak about this. Seeing her speak about it seemed like, a good space for me to speak about it. So to me, that was majorly the reason why I basically, made a channel. Now, I also made a channel because she is a lighter brown skinned woman, and previously I made a channel actually that summer before, kind of on the same note. Yeah, basically on the same note, more geared towards colorism as well. And this is a major reason why people get a little confused by me, because I'm not the type who believes in colorism, And because I don't believe in colorism, they kind of think I align, I guess, more with the manosphere. But that's not how it is. I don't align with the manosphere in any regard, I just coexist with them. Like, I don't really have an issue with them often, because I'm not really reactionary, really. So, to me, when you're talking about if I'm from the manosphere, no, I'm not at all. In fact, I used to talk on a panel with the Manosphere channel. This was actually related to the whole Crystal Swirl situation. So basically, Rashida Strober did a video against Crystal Swirls. I went on Rashida Strober's channel just to look around, and I was talking bad about her, honestly, in her live chat. She would just let people talk poorly about her in her live chat. So everybody was like talking poorly about her. And one of the people invited me to their panel, and so I spoke on their panel that day. And the thing was with that situation was when I did that, they basically had an issue with it because it was a manosphere platform. It was like Game Changers or whatever. And I spoke to Jessica X on that panel because she would talk on that panel often. And people saw from the Crystal Swirls panel, and they had an issue with it at one point. Briefly, though. But I was like, I didn't say anything. I was actually just talking against Rashida Strober, which was the whole point. And I mean, like, that was the beef that Rashida and Crystal Swirls had between each other. So, I mean, like, I was defending Crystal Swirls kind of inevitably anyway. I guess that was kind of, was that really my motive for talking against Rashida Strober? Not really, honestly. I honestly agree with Crystal Swirls on colorism. It's just how it is. And I just happen to disagree with Rashida Strober. So most of the time when I hear Rashida Strober, I'm going to speak against her naturally and without anything really. But yeah. Another time I went on a manosphere channel, that was Jessica X's channel, and a lot of the manosphere hated me for that video because they thought I was a sugar baby or something, and because I was willing to defend Shira 7, not really even defend her really. I just specifically asked what was the problem, because to me, in my opinion, what I watch Shira 7 for is not actually being a sugar baby. It's actually for, it's like dating advice, basically. Like how men should treat you and all that stuff. You know, that kind of stuff. It's not really like sugar babying. Like, to me, that's just more of the thing that I was more attracted to her channel on. Was not money, but actually treatment. You get what I'm saying? So to me, I mean, like, I think it was misunderstood what I was talking about there, because I'm not a sugar baby. Some people call me a pick-me or whatever. I don't really care about that, but either way, it's not in reference to black men. So, I mean, whatever, really, to that. But yeah, on that platform, in the Black Manosphere platform with Jessica X, a lot of them really didn't like me for that, and they were like really angry at me. So, I mean, like, I'm not really the type who really aligns with the Manosphere. Now, how I got more attention to my channel was from the Black Manosphere, I guess you could say, through Jessica X. But most of those people were hate watchers, so, I mean, like, it wasn't specifically something where they were trying to basically, it wasn't like they were trying to basically appreciate my channel. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. It's just like you were saying that I was from the manosphere or something. I'm like, no, I'm not from the manosphere at all. Not the black manosphere, not the white manosphere. If anything, I guess the divested sphere, but I don't really see myself as bounded to black men in the first place, so I kind of find it weird to say that term. But I've only been attracted to white men, so I mean, like, I'm not attracted to black men. So for me, it's just kind of like, you know, I guess I get put into that category because of that. And also, some of my experiences are similar to that because of, like, the sexual harassment and things of that nature. Those things are very in common with some things people talk about on the side of the divested side, basically. So, that's basically all I have to say in this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like and subscribe, comment down below, and have a great day. Bye.